In order to become more than a tourist in Japan, being able to speak just a few words in Japanese will help you to unlock the best experiences. In this video, we'll cover the basics along with some useful phrases that you won't find in standard travel guides. Many of these words have multiple uses, so you can learn them once and use them in a wide range of settings. I'm Jun from Japan Junkie, and these are 10 useful Japanese phrases for travellers. Number 10. Starting at the beginning, the most well-known but mispronounced word in the Japanese language is konnichiwa. You'll be using this versatile greeting frequently. Getting the pronunciation right will make a good impression and show that you've made an effort. Usually foreigners put the emphasis on the second syllable and say konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa.
The correct pronunciation puts the stress on the first part. The N is also a long sound, which makes konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Please repeat.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. The word is used frequently by travellers, but not as much by native speakers. That's because it's similar to saying hello in English. You don't actually say this to your partner, family, or friends. But to strangers and people you're not familiar with, it's the perfect greeting.
Yeah, konnichiwa.
Number 9. People in Japan are very polite, and the best way to show your gratitude is by thanking them in Japanese. Thanks to a famous song in the 80s, the phrase domo arigato is very well known.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
But not particularly natural sounding. The basic way to say thank you is arigato. Again, foreigners usually stress the ga and say arigato.
Arigato.
But putting the emphasis on the second syllable, arigato, will make you sound perfect.
You say arigato? Like we say arigato.
To make it more polite, you can say arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
It's great to use with professionals, older people, or when you want to show extra appreciation or respect.
Thank you very much.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Number 8. The phrase onegai shimasu is a polite way to ask for something.
Onegai shimasu.
And for beginners, you can simply point to the thing that you want and say onegai shimasu. It translates to something like if you please, so you can use it in a way of agreeing to something or asking someone to do something for you.
Onegai shimasu.
For example, if a waiter offers to top up your drink, you can agree by saying
お願いします。
if you please. Number 7. This next sentence is handy for connecting with locals and expressing your feelings. The phrase いいですね translates to it's good, isn't it? And it can be used to express agreement, admiration, or satisfaction. You can drop the des and say いいね to make it more casual with friends. This is very commonly used. In fact, it's the name given to the like button in Japan. If you found that interesting, why not give this video an いいね? Using this phrase can be an easy way to connect with people while you're traveling. If someone has recommended something to you and you want to tell them that you like it, you'd say いいですね. You could use it to admire a beautiful landscape, the drawing of an artist, or even someone's outfit. It's a polite and friendly way to show approval or offer a compliment. Number 6. The word 別々 is easy to remember and can be used in a few handy situations. 別々 means separately or individually. It's especially useful when you're dining with friends and you want to split the bill. When you're asking for the check, you can say
別々。
and you can add the previous word お願いします to make 別々お願いします to say separately please. Other situations where you can use the word may be when you're at a shop and want things packed separately, or getting takeaway food that you want in separate containers. It's also handy if you want to take separate taxis, or if you're booking accommodation and you need to specify that you want the rooms to be separate. Number 5. One of the most common words in Japanese is 大丈夫. It could easily be used by native speakers daily. This versatile word is very useful and translates to okay or fine. If you fall over and people rush to help you, you can say 大丈夫 to show that you are fine.
大丈夫、大丈夫。
If you see someone else fall over, you can change the tone of the word to make it a question. 大丈夫?
大丈夫？大丈夫？
You can use this same questioning tone to ask for permission. For example, if you want to pay with credit card, you can hold up your card and ask 大丈夫? You can also use this as a way of saying no. In Japanese, yes is はい and no is いいえ. But no is not often said because it's too abrupt. For example, when that waiter offered to top up your drink and you wanted to refuse, you could say 大丈夫 as a way of saying I'm fine, thanks. Number 4. Another incredibly diverse and common word in Japanese is ちょっと. The word means a little, but it has a variety of uses. When using it to mean a small amount, you could find yourself using ちょっと when indicating how much you'd like to drink.
こんな時間に?
ちょっと。
It's also used to get someone's attention, as if to say, excuse me for just a short moment.
ちょっと
In the same way, you can use chotto when you need a moment, like if you're looking for money. Chotto. If you find yourself in an uncomfortable situation, using chotto on its own is another way that native Japanese speakers get around saying the word no. For example, if you've met people and they're inviting you out and you want to decline, the best way is to say chotto and leave it at that. It implies that there may be many reasons, like I'm a little busy, I'm a little tired, it's a little inconvenient. Number 3. Knowing how to ask the price for something in another language is pretty important. If you indicated an item, the seller may assume that you want to buy it, which could cause unnecessary confusion. In Japanese, you say ikura desu ka? Simply pick up the item or gesture to what you're interested in. Ikura desu ka? This will make the interaction with vendors and servers a lot more pleasant than just using sign language. You don't need to worry about not understanding the response. Most shops will have a calculator or can write down the answer. Otherwise, you can always pull out the calculator on your phone. Number 2. Being able to tell someone that you have a reservation is surprisingly useful when you're traveling in Japan. To do this, you say yoyaku ga arimasu. It can be confronting walking into a hotel and standing awkwardly, or silently waving a confirmation sheet to a receptionist.
Have a reservation here.
Saying yoyaku ga arimasu lets them know that you are staying there, not looking to book a room or get directions. You can walk confidently to the desk and say yoyaku ga arimasu. Konnichiwa, yoyaku ga arimasu. You can also try this phrase anywhere that you make a reservation, including restaurants and trains. It's a great way to start off these transactions on a positive note. Number 1. The next phrase will get you the best food in a restaurant or the best item in a shop. Most chefs and waiters know what the most popular items are, as well as having their own secret favorites. To ask for their recommendations, you say osusume wa? Osusume wa? You can then confirm by saying onegai shimasu. This is a great technique if you find the menu overwhelming or if you don't even know what you feel like. It's also exciting and adventurous to leave the decision to the expert. You can use osusume in other situations as well, including shopping or sightseeing. For example, asking a sales assistant for their recommendation will invite them to show you the best or most popular products. Using osusume shows your interest in experiencing the best of what Japan has to offer, and locals will appreciate your efforts to seek their advice. It's great for people who are genuinely curious about the culture of Japan, so don't hesitate to ask for recommendations. You might discover some hidden gems. Make sure to copy these phrases down to help elevate your travels. In our next video, we'll be sharing some phrases that you need to know to avoid disasters while traveling in Japan. You'll be surprised just how much this small amount of effort will help to create unforgettable experiences. Thank you for staying all the way to the end. You can leave a comment with any suggestions you have for future videos, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
ありがとうまたね